responsible for regulating blood glucose concentrations? Skin and brain, pancreas, hypothalamus, or thrombocyte? What are the organs? Pancreas. Okay, good. How about the option? The first option, skin and brain, responsible for regulating skin and brain.
Temperature.
Yeah, temperature regulations. Yeah, pancreas for blood glucose concentrations, for blood glucose level. What is the function of hypothalamus?
To produce ADH.
Yeah, good. To produce ADH. ADH is an hormone, yeah, anti-diuretic hormone that responsible for regulating ADH.
For
Regulating.
water.
Yeah, water level or water potential. How about thrombocyte? What is the function of thrombocyte? Clotting blood. Clotting blood. Clotting blood. Okay, the pancreas secretes the hormones of insulin or glucagon. The hypothalamus secretes the hormone antidiuretic hormone. Next, number 2 is secreted in response to high blood sugar levels. Ethylene, insulin, oxytocin, or glucagon.
Insulin.
Yeah, insulin. Okay, correct. Insulin. How about the option A? It's not related to these questions. Option A, oxytocin not related. How about the glucagon? When the glucagon is secreted? Insulin, high blood sugar level, like blood sugar level.
Glucagon for low blood sugar level.
Yeah, low. Yeah, blood sugar level. When the sugar level too low, or in a condition during fasting. Insulin in conditions after eating. Yeah, after consume carbohydrate. The simple form of carbohydrate is the glucose. So the concentration of the glucose will hike after eating, after consume carbohydrate. Next, number 3. When blood glucose is low, the corrective mechanism is to produce which hormone? Is related to the last questions. Blood glucose too low. Produce hormone, glycogen, insulin, or basal insulin.
Glucagon.
Yeah, glucagon. Okay, good. Glucagon. Yeah, insulin when the blood glucose hike. Hike. Then next, number 4. What happens when blood sugar level becomes too low? Blood sugar too low. What kind of hormones secrete? Insulin or glucagon? The sugar level too low. Insulin or glucagon? The hormone that secrete by the pancreas. Huh?
D.
D. Yeah. Glucagon, right? Glucagon correct, insulin incorrect, And then how about the conversions? Glucagon converts glucose to glycogen or glycogen to glucose.
Glycogen to glucose.
Glycogen to glucose, yeah, because the blood sugar level too low. It means the level of glucose low. We need to increase the concentration of glucose by change glycogen into glucose. Change glycogen into glucose. Is the correct answer, the option D. Number 5, what effect does glucagon have on blood glucose concentration? Increase the concentration of glucose, increase the concentration of glycogen, decrease the concentration of glucose, or decrease the concentration of glycogen.
Decrease. Kok decrease?
Glucagon, remember, related to the previous questions. Glucagon.
I think it increase the
Increase.
concentration of glucose.
Correct. Yeah, concentration of glucose. Because glucagon changes glycogen into glucose. Glycogen changes into glucose. So the concentration of the glucose increase. Glucose increase. Okay, good. Correct. Yeah, this is the summary about homeostasis blood glucose level. The normal conditions of concentration of glucose is around 90 milligrams over 100 milliliter. There are two different stimulus based on the conditions, like after eating, after consume carbohydrates, meaning the blood glucose level increase. Blood glucose level increase. So the pancreas secrete the hormone of insulin. After the blood glucose level increase, the insulin hormone secreted by the pancreas, and then the insulin changes glucose into glycogen. And then the glycogen stored in the liver. It's why the blood glucose level decrease and go back to normal. It's like during fasting, the blood glucose level decrease. It's when the pancreas secrete the hormone of glucagon. It's why the glycogen changes into glucose. So the concentration of the glucose increase and go back to normal level. Number 6 is responsible for secreting hormones used to regulate water level. Pancreas, liver, pituitary, or skin.
Responsible for secreting hormone used to regulate
Water level.
Liver? Liver apaan? Oh, skin.
No. Not skin. Skin to regulate temperature. Skin. Skin and brain.
Yes. Is pituitary related?
Yes, pituitary. Pituitary gland. Okay, correct. Pituitary. How about the liver? What is the function of liver? The function of liver to produce bile. Produce bile. Produce bile. And then the bile stores in the gallbladder. The function of bile to emulsify fat. It's why easy fats to break down into fatty acids and glycerol. The simple form of fatty acid and glycerol. The pancreas, pancreas secretes the hormone of insulin and glucagon to regulate blood glucose level. This is the pituitary gland. Actually, the hormone of ADH produced by hypothalamus and then secreted by pituitary glands. Produced by hypothalamus and then secreted by pituitary glands. The function of ADH is to increase reabsorption of water. Increase reabsorption of water. Yeah, what does it mean by the reabsorptions? Yeah, it means the water in our nephron in the kidney go back into our bloodstream based on the condition of our body. When our body lack of amount of water, so the water will reabsorb from the nephron go back into the bloodstream. That's why the ADH released by pituitary gland based on the condition of our body. Next, number 7, antidiuretic hormone ADH is a hormone in the body that is involved with the regulation of water. Yeah, which part of the body does it affect? Pituitary gland, convoluted tubule of the nephron. Which part of the body does it affect? What is the correct answer? Pituitary gland secrete the hormone ADH. Secrete the hormone ADH. Secrete ADH. Which part of the does it affect? Convoluted tubule of the nephron. This is the part of the nephron when the ADH release. It's like this is osmosis of water, and then at the convoluted tubules, yeah, the hormone of ADH. This is ADH. ADH hormones reabsorb water from the nephrons, go back into the bloodstream. And also the ADH and the convoluted tubules, the ADH reabsorb from the nephron, go back into the bloodstream. Next, number 8. Identify the statement that correctly describe what happens when water level rises above normal. Please take a note. Water level increase. Remember the function of ADH, increase reabsorption of water. ADH, yeah, increase reabsorption.
Normal range release. I think it's
B.
Water level rises. The ADH will release less or more. Less, more. Which one is correct? The function of ADH to increase reabsorption of water. The conditions, water level rises above normal. Which one is correct? Pituitary release less ADH or more ADH?
Less ADH.
Less ADH. Okay. Less ADH. So it's incorrect. If the less ADH released by pituitary means the reabsorption of water more
Less.
or less? Less also. Okay. Because the function of ADH to increase reabsorption of water. Here is the summary about water level in our blood. There are two opposite conditions where water level drop below normal. The pituitary release more ADH. When the water level rises above normal, the pituitary release less ADH. Less ADH means less water reabsorbed by the kidney. More ADH meaning more water reabsorbed by the kidney. More water. More ADH, more water reabsorbed. Less ADH, less water reabsorbed by the kidney. Next, number 9. If the environment gets hot, we will often produce sweat in order to keep body temperature the same as the external temperature, decrease body temperature, increase body temperature, or regulate blood pressure.
Decrease body temperature.
Yeah, when the environment get hot, yeah, decrease body temperature. Okay, correct. Because the function of sweat, yeah, sweat commonly consists of water. The sweat consists of water, uric acid, creatinine. The water mean the sweat also can distribute heat and also can carry out heat from our body. If the sweat evaporates over the surface of our skin. Yeah, this is what happens on hot days. This is the summary. In hot days, yeah, increase production of sweat. The function of sweat also to distribute heat and also to release heat from our body. The sweat will produce by the sweat glands and then will go into the sweat duct, and then the sweat go away from our body via the sweat pores, the holes in the surface of our skins. That's why when the sweat evaporates means our body temperature decrease. Next, number 10. What is vasoconstriction? Vasoconstriction. Arteriole become wider. Arteriole become narrower. Yeah, vasoconstriction or vasodilatations is mechanisms that do by our blood capillaries. Affect the blood flow in the skin capillaries. What is the correct answer?
C.
C. Vasoconstrictions means the arteriole constrict.
D.
So the arteriole means narrower. Is correct, narrower.
Oh,
And then if the arteriole narrower mean decrease flow of blood or increase the flow of blood.
I think increase because it's smaller.
Smaller increase.
Yeah.
The arteriole becomes smaller or the diameter decrease. How about the blood flow into the blood capillaries under our skin?
Increase gak sih? Apa sih?
The diameter of the arteriole decrease. Same as the street. Wider street. This one. How about the flow? The blood flow.
Yes, Miss.
Decrease or increase?
Kalau otak saya itu increase, kalau jawaban Jerry itu decrease.
Iya.
Decrease. Decrease, right? Decrease the blood flow in the skin capillaries. Yeah, this is the explanation about the function of blood capillaries to regulate our body temperature. There are two mechanisms based on the conditions. When we are hot, the mechanism is vasodilatations. When we are cold, the mechanism is vasoconstrictions. Vasodilation means the arteriole dilate. The diameter of arterioles increase. It's why the blood flow increase in the blood capillaries. When the arteriole constrict, less blood flow to the surface of our skin. Okay. Next, number 11. How does sweat keep us cool?
Because it evaporate and
it
remove
removes heat from the skin. Okay, good job. Correct. Because the sweat evaporate. How about the option C? What is it? Carries heat from one part of the body, or the option D, the blood plasma. The function of blood plasma to distribute heat around our body. Yeah, this is the how the sweat keep us cool. Yeah, the sweat glands. Yeah, based on the conditions in hot days, it's a hot, it's cold. In hot days, activity of sweat gland increase. It means more sweat produced by the sweat glands. More sweat produced. The function of sweat to release heat from our body. So more heat released from our body. In a cold day, the activity of sweat gland decrease. Less sweat produced by the sweat glands. Also, less heat removed from our body. Number 12, where is the body's thermoregulatory center that can detect any change of blood temperature? In the brain, in the skin, in the liver, or in the heart? Thermoregulatory center. Actually, there are two types thermoregulatory center. The first type detect change of blood temperature. The second type can detect any change from environment temperature. How about the blood temperature?
In the brain.
Yeah, in the brain, correct. Good job. How about in the skin? Detect any change of
Environment.
yeah, from environment temperature, the skin. Yeah, this is temperature regulation center. Yeah, there are two types. Temperature regulation center in the skin and in the brain. In the brain is hypothalamus. In the skin, known as thermoreceptors. What is it? Free, also known as free nerves ending that can detect any change of the environment temperatures. Hypothalamus in the brain detect change in blood temperature. Okay, number 13. The general term for the top layer of the skin is called the
dermis.
Epidermis.
epidermis. Dermis. What is dermis? Is the inner
skin.
inner layer.
Oh.
Inner layer. Epidermis is the outer layer. That is the summary about the part of the skin. The outer layer, is epidermis. The inner layer is dermis. Inner and thicker layer. This is the sweat gland that produce sweat. This is the hair that can trap the warm air. The hair erector muscles, this one. This is thermoreceptor, free nerves ending. Blood capillaries, the position of blood capillaries here. What is the function of hairs in the thermoregulations?
A.
A. Trapping, insulating layer of warm air over skin in a cold day. Correct. How about the option B? Supply blood to skin.
Blood.
Is the function
Blood
of?
capillary.
Yes, blood capillaries. How about secret sweat continuously? Is the function of?
Sweat gland.
Yes, sweat glands. Detect temperature change on the surface of the skin.
Nerve ending.
Yeah, free nerves ending. Very good. This is the function of hair. When we are cold, the hair trapping layer of warm air over our skin. In a cold day, trapping warm air over our skin. When we are hot, the hair erector muscles relax. Because the hair erector muscle relax, it's why the hair lie flat. After the hair lie flat, the air over our skins circulate. This means increasing the heat loss from the body. Number 15, this happens when it is cold in order to increase body temperature.
Shivering.
Yeah, shivering. Okay, good, shivering. Because muscular activity. Shivering is an example of muscular activity that can increase our body temperature and also to produce heat. Muscular activity. Can increase our body temperature. This shivering in a cold day. When we are shivering, it means the kind of muscular activity that can increase our body temperature. It's why after doing vigorous muscular activity, our body temperature increase. Then chapter 12, thermoregulations. Do you have any question, dear student, about thermoregulation?
So Miss, apa kisi-kisi apa? Reviewer ya?
It's pointers, right?
Pointer.
This is the pointers. It's same.
How about
question.
the EE side? SE side?
Essay, no essay for biology. And
Yeah.
also chemistry, no essay. Multiple choice, 30 item multiple choice.
Okay. Thank you, Miss.
Yeah. No more questions? No? Okay. Good luck for your final test, ya. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Miss. Bye-bye, Miss.